The gym never changed. Same concrete walls, same worn ring in the center, same smell of leather and sweat that had settled into the air years ago and never left. He had trained here as a boy, learned his stance from a man who learned it from someone before him. The lineage was clean. The method was proven. When that man retired, he handed the gym to him. Not because he asked, because he moved the same way. Now he taught others. The stance was narrow, weight forward, left shoulder high, guard tight against the jaw. It had been drilled into him until it became automatic, until thinking about it felt wrong. He taught it the same way. This is how it's done, he said, every time to every student. When someone asked about adjusting their position, he corrected them. When someone suggested a different angle, he dismissed it. There was no debate. This was the method. It worked. And it did work, most of the time. The new kid arrived on Tuesday. Young, quiet, watched everything closely, asked no questions, just copied. He moved through the drills exactly as shown, mirrored the stance, held the guard where it was supposed to be. His footwork matched. His timing improved quickly. Good, the coach said. The kid nodded, kept training. Within weeks, he was sharper than most of the others. Faster hands, better discipline. He absorbed the method completely. The coach watched him spar one evening, matched him against a fighter who had been training longer. Decent skills, nothing special, the kind of opponent the kid should handle. The round started. The kid moved well, kept his stance, stayed composed. But his left shoulder sat high, just like he'd been taught. His guard locked tight against his jaw. The other fighter tested once. Threw a jab. The kid slipped it. Threw another. Blocked. Then the other fighter adjusted. Came in low. Hooked around the high guard. Caught the kid clean on the exposed right side. Again. And again. The kid tried to adjust mid-round. Dropped his shoulder. Changed his angle. But the habit was already set. The muscle memory pulled him back to the stance, the one he'd been shown, the one he'd practiced 1,000 times. By the end of the round, he'd lost clearly. The coach stood in the corner, watched the kid walk back, breathing hard, frustrated but silent. "You dropped your stance," the coach said. The kid looked at him, said nothing. The session ended. Students filed out. The coach stayed. He walked to the center of the ring, stood alone under the single overhead light. The gym was quiet now. No sound except the hum of the ventilation. He moved through the combination slowly. The one he taught the kid. The one he'd been taught. Step forward. Jab. Cross. Left shoulder high, guard tight. He stopped mid-motion, felt the position. His right side was open, had always been open. He'd been hit there before, years ago, more than once. He'd adjusted in the moment, survived the round, went back to the stance afterwards, because that's what he'd been shown. It had worked well enough. Until it didn't. He stood there for a long time. Then, slowly, he lowered his left shoulder, opened his guard slightly, tested the new angle. It felt wrong. Not wrong like a mistake, wrong like unfamiliar. He threw the combination again. Same footwork, same timing, differing posture. The opening closed. He repeated it once, twice, let the adjustment settle. Then he walked to the light switch, turned it off, locked the door behind him. The next evening, the kid returned. The coach said nothing about the sparring session, ran the same drills, showed the same combinations. But when he demonstrated, his shoulder set lower. The kid noticed, copied it. No explanation, no discussion, just the adjustment.